Good morning. It is 8:30 on the 6th of December, and so long as we get negative COVID tests back, today is the day that we are flying back to the UK for Christmas. I normally really enjoy travelling, particularly long flights. Each time I do a long haul flight like this one, I try and read a whole book across the journey. Let's look for a book. Right, I'm up early because I need to film my November wrap-up video, which is these books plus the fortnight in September. So they are just there waiting for that. I'm not going to take those. I'm looking for a book which ideally isn't going to take too long to read. So I know, for example, I have The Grapes of Wrath. I'm already part way through. I got lent this in the summer by my fiance's mum, and I do want to read it, which is why I borrowed it when she offered it, but I kind of haven't been in the mood for it literally ever since she offered it. So I think I'm gonna take it to finish, but not for the flight. Okay, so the first book, which is really pulling my attention as a potential, is this one, The Girl Who Navigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making. This is a middle grade book, but I've heard good things about it, and as I'm getting a night flight and then working during the day, I know that I'm going to be really tired, so I don't want to take a particularly intellectually heavy book with me for the journey, hence I'm not going to read Grapes of Wrath, which I feel needs a bit more concentration. The Goose Girl, kind of similar, another fairy tale retelling, I think, maybe a bit big, although, yeah, maybe a bit big. What else is appealing? Diary of a Nobody is really appealing, however, it is a hardback. Let me have a think about this. Oh my goodness, look at how beautiful this folio edition is of Diary of a Nobody. I actually hadn't considered this as a book to read for the flight because I wouldn't normally think about taking hardbacks, but it's quite a slim hardback book, and it also just looks quite kind of almost Jeeves and Wooster-esque. However, I'll have a bit of a look at some more possibilities. There's these Tracy... Can you hear the storm? There's an amazing storm this morning, I'm so happy about it. There's these Tracy Chevaliers, which a friend bought for me, which I still haven't read, and I don't really know anything about Tracy Chevalier, so I think I might leave those for another time, but I really do need to read them at some point. Then I'm kind of getting to most books that I've got on my shelves I've actually already read. There's The Shadow of the Sun, which I know I need to read at some point, which is about living in Africa. It's supposed to be very good. Okay, and then on the bottom shelf I've already read this Jeeves and Wooster, which is the kind of thing that I'm feeling. It's the only P.G. Wodehouse that I've ever read. I kind of feel like I've now read all of his works, but I know that there will be times when I'm in the mood for more stuff like that. And I have Brave New World, which I shamefully haven't read yet. This is one of the classics that I am embarrassed that I haven't read because I really ought to have done. However, I'm not really feeling it. I think my choice is definitely between Diary of a Nobody and The Girl Who Navigated... Oh, this is such a long title. The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making. I think I know what I'm in the mood for. And what I'm in the mood for is some silly Victorian diary. The most important part of preparing for the journey is done. Now to do all of my packing and all of my work for the day and get the house ready before 4 o'clock when we are leaving for the airport, provided we've got our COVID tests. Apparently we do have our test results. I'm just going to go over and get the certificate now, and then we'll be able to fly, thank goodness. I'm so tired, you can see. It's been a bit crazy trying to do my job and get ready for travelling, but we're nearly there. enjoying this rare little sliver of sunshine. I feel like I haven't seen the sun in days being back in the UK. So the rest of my journey went completely fine, really smoothly actually, which was a relief after all the concerns that something could go wrong. I managed to get my work done for the day, and now I'm just finishing this vlog off up in the loft where I am going to be isolating for quite a while to make sure that I don't have COVID and don't pass it on to anybody. So I thought I'd just finish this vlog off with a quick reference to Diary of a Nobody, which unfortunately was quite a disappointment for me. I feel like normally I really enjoy everything I read, and there have just been a few things lately that I haven't been that fussed about. This falls into that category. I still think it was a really good selection for the flight. I read the whole thing on the journey of the plane and the train. It wasn't a struggle to read at all, but it was just really boring. So it was supposed to be a satire of the kind of diaries that get published by famous people, and this nobody, Charles Puter, is publishing his diary of his day-to-day boring life. And I think it's supposed to be funny because he's kind of cracking bad jokes, and I think you're supposed to be laughing at how bad they are, but it was just that like depressing intermediary level of it wasn't actually funny, and it wasn't so bad that it was funny. It was just really dull and nothing happens in his life. So I would not highly recommend this, but I did really enjoy reading such a beautiful edition. It reminded me that it's very worthwhile reading those gorgeous books that you have on your shelf, not just kind of saving them for best, but the actual experience of seeing the illustrations and just holding the lovely copy in my hands, turning the pages. I really enjoyed all of that. So yeah, a nice journey home, glad to be home for Christmas, and I've got lots of time for reading now while I'm doing my isolating. So more book videos to come. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.